Hey guys, if you're new here and you like what I'm putting out, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss an upload. So, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Kamen Rider, Toei on their Tokusatsu YouTube channel have been posting random episodes of Kamen Rider and more recently the movies, but the movies are only available for 24 hours, then they take them down. But one of the movies they posted recently was Kamen Rider Reiwa The First Generation, and this was the crossover movie between Kamen Rider 01 and Kamen Rider Geo. And I gotta say, I really loved this movie. Now, this is a crossover film between Kamen Rider 01 and Kamen Rider Geo, and I loved Kamen Rider 01. It was the first Kamen Rider series I began watching weekly, and I fell in love with the characters instantly. Now, I was invested in seeing this movie when it came out through fan subs, but on Toei's Tokusatsu YouTube channel, you can watch it subbed officially, which is really great. Not only that, the subs are on the video. You don't have to turn on the captions for the YouTube video. The captions are there on the video itself, which is really cool. But this is a crossover between Kamen Rider 01 and Kamen Rider Geo. Like I mentioned earlier, I've seen Kamen Rider 01. I haven't seen anything of Geo. I've heard of it, I've heard the theme song, it's a good theme song, but I haven't seen anything to do with the characters, so that's what worried me going into this. I'd be lost about the Geo side of things, but this is more of a 01 story than it is a Geo story, but elements from Geo are in this movie. So the first 30 minutes of this movie, I freaking loved, because it's an alternate timeline that gets brought into 01, where human gears are basically ruling the world and humans are living underground. So it's a very much like a Terminator Salvation feel, where humans are forced into hiding and the human gears basically rule Japan or rule the world. And I really do like that concept. I really do like that concept we have there, because you see the humans in bunkers living in fear. They're trying to survive here and there while human gears are hunting them down. So I really do like that. I really did enjoy that plot thread. But also the main villain, well, one of the main villains, Will, who is the human gear that turns evil, he turns into 01, well, his own evil version of 01, and I really do like this design that he's got, because it's more of a demonic version of 01, with the face plant and stuff like that, with the helmet and stuff like that. I really do dig that design. Not only that, the fighting and the fight choreography and the action scenes in this movie were really, really well done, especially the group fight scenes in this movie that you have going on, especially near the end, when everyone teams up to fight all the human gears and all the bad guys and stuff like that. That was really awesome as well. Some awesome fight scenes are really good. Some awesome moments between Russian Cheetah and Wolf. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that fight scene near the end. I really enjoyed the final fight scene, the team up between 01 and Geo, fighting the Time Jacker Ichigo. That was really cool. That was like this giant kaiju fight where the Time Breaker turned into this demonic version of the very first Kamen Rider, and you just get this awesome fight scene of Kamen Rider forms being shifted throughout the scene. Well, 01 does his different forms, and you see Geo take on the Grand Geo form, I believe it is, and I really like Aruto's reaction to that form, where he's like being surprised at all the different Heisei riders that appear. But that final fight scene was really awesome. I really enjoyed the ending and the post-credits ending, because that does sort of tease a lot of stuff you're going to see in 01 later down the line. Whether that was intentional or I'm reading too deep into it, I feel like they teased a lot of plot points we'd see for future characters later down the line. But you do get to see Bowser in the post-credits, which is really cool, because this was before he made his debut in the TV show, which was also really cool. But like I said, that final fight scene was also really great as well. Now, I don't understand the whole Kamen Rider timeline. I understand it's a bit of a mess. Maybe if I watch a YouTube video about it, I'd understand it easier. But the Kamen Rider timeline, to me, seems a bit wacky and out of place when I try to understand it, because there's different alternate timelines and there's separate universes here and there. I'm sure someone's going to correct me in the comment section, but yeah, the Kamen Rider universe sounds a bit wacky to understand, but I really do like that fight they tease between 01 and Geo at the end, when Geo's like, I'm probably gonna have to erase your memories and stuff like that, and Aruto's like, I'm not going to allow that because Kamen Rider Ichigo and others are from my timeline, which was a weird line which I'm trying to understand as well, but I'm sure someone will explain it to me. But what seemed like the really emotional kicker is the confrontation that Aruto has with his Humagear father, where they have this fight near the end of the film, and his Humagear father dies in his arms as Aruto's an adult, so he has that moment, that sad moment where his like Humagear foster father dies in his arms, and he gets to share these final moments with the character once again, which was a really touching moment. I did enjoy that, and I really did enjoy Aruto's Humagear's father rider form, which was like Rock something. I don't know what the name was, but I really dig the design. It was like 01, but the prototype version of 01, where it was more blue than yellow, so I really do dig that design as well. That was really cool as well. I really did dig that design. Along with the final bad guy that I mentioned earlier, the Time Breaker Fennis, her form, or not Time Breaker, Time Jacker Fennis. I really enjoyed her form as well, where she turned into the giant Ichigo with the bike as a body. That was really cool as well. So overall, I think this was a really great movie. Like, this was a really fun movie to sit down and watch and just enjoy some good Kamen Rider. Now, this movie was mostly about the whole Terminator Salvation thing I mentioned earlier, where Humagears took over the world and stuff like that, and Aruto had to find a way to survive. I would have enjoyed it even more, but the time travel stuff wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It did get a little bit complicated in some scenes that I found hard to follow, but once I caught up, I found it easier to follow, and I understood what was going on. But overall, I think this was a really good movie, and I did like the concept that it had, and I enjoyed it quite a fair bit, and I really hope that we can get something like this again in the nearby future when it comes to alternate Kamen Rider timelines. So I might have to check out Geo, because I believe that has a lot of time travel in it when it comes to different Kamen Rider series here and there. So I might have to watch that one eventually when I get around to it, because I have heard good things about it, mixed things. I don't know. I'll have to check it out for myself and form my own opinion, but I'm definitely intrigued to check out Kamen Rider Geo to see what that's about, but I might have to check out all that other Heisei Rider stuff before I watch Geo, so I can understand the characters going into it, but we'll see what happens. But overall, I think this was a really great movie. I enjoyed it quite a fair bit, and I'm excited for the Kamen Rider 01 real-time movie that's going to come out on Blu-ray and DVD in a couple of weeks, I believe. And I don't know if that one is going up on the website for a limited time, but if it is, I am definitely going to watch it and have a review out on the channel, because like I said, I loved 01, I loved keeping up with it weekly, and that movie for 01 is the true conclusion for the TV show. That's the true ending that you get for 01. And I'm excited to see how that comes together, because 01 did have a rushed ending due to COVID and stuff like that. They had to drop a few plot lines, but seeing what's going to happen in this movie, from what I've seen with the scans I covered a couple of months ago, I'm definitely really excited going into it from what I've seen with the trailer and stuff like that and images online. But yeah, overall, Kamen Rider Reiwa The First Generation, really solid movie. I recommend checking it out while you can. If you can't, find another way to watch it, but overall, I think this was a really solid movie, and I enjoyed it quite a fair bit. Anyway guys, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, don't forget to turn on all notifications, and special thanks to all the members such as Swagger4. If you want to get your name shouted out at the end of a video like Swagger4 over here, become a Zord tier member or higher for special perks on the channel such as shoutouts or your name in the credits of every video I make. With that said, I'm going to close this video off now. Have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.